All right, let's talk about something we have all felt. That invisible wall you slam into when you're trying to do something good for yourself, something positive. We're going to call it what it is, inner resistance. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this thing and figure out what's really going on.
I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You get this great idea, you set a goal, you're all fired up, and then nothing. You freeze, you procrastinate, you suddenly find a million other things to do. It's like you're in a tug of war with yourself. So what is that? What is that force pulling you back?
Well, that's inner resistance. And look, the most important thing to get right off the bat is this. It is not a character flaw. It's not you being lazy. It's actually an ancient, deep-rooted protective mechanism. It's literally your brain trying to keep you safe from what it thinks is a danger.
Okay, so if it's supposed to be protecting us, why does it feel so awful? Why does it feel like a personal attack? Let's dig into that. Let's really look at this invisible wall.
And this right here is the game changer. That friction you feel, it's not a sign that you're weak or that you don't want it enough. Nope. It's just your ancient survival wiring kicking in. We are hardwired biologically to see the unknown as a threat. And that right there is the root of the whole problem.
So, what's actually going on upstairs when this happens? Let's get into the science of it all. We're going to take a peek at what your brain is actually doing when you try to make a change. What's so fascinating here is you're basically looking at a clash between two different operating systems. You've got your survival brain, right? The part that's kept us alive for millennia. All it wants is comfort, safety, and to save energy. But then you have your modern goals, which require the exact opposite: growth, challenge, using a ton of energy. This is the battlefield, right here inside your own head.
And here are the nuts and bolts of it. The moment you even think about doing something new, whether it's starting a business or just trying a new workout, this little alarm system in your brain, the amygdala, just goes haywire. It starts pumping you full of stress hormones. Your body literally shifts into a low-grade fight-or-flight response. And that feeling? That's not just in your head. It's a real physical thing. That's the anxiety, the doubt, that gut punch feeling that screams, "Go back, it's safer over there." So what's setting off that alarm? Well, it almost always boils down to one of these four big fears. You've got the fear of failure, obviously. What if I mess this up? But then there's the fear of success, which is a sneaky one. What if I actually do it and then I can't handle it? Then there's this weird one, losing your identity. I mean, if you're not the person who's trying to get fit anymore, who are you? And of course, the big one, just the simple, powerful gravity of the comfort zone. It might not be perfect, but hey, at least you know what to expect.
All right, so we've got the why down. Now, let's get practical. How does this whole invisible fear thing actually show up day to day? Because let me tell you, it's a master of disguise. Yeah, resistance is super clever. It almost never just shows up and says, "Hi, I'm fear." Instead, it puts on a costume. Procrastination, that's just fear wearing a "I'll do it later" mask. Overthinking, that's fear pretending to be productive while you're actually just spinning your wheels. Distraction, endlessly scrolling on your phone, that's fear running away from the real work. And self-criticism, wow, that's a big one. That's just fear trying to beat you to the punch. If you tell yourself you're going to fail, it hurts less when you think you do. Just seeing these for what they are, that's huge. That's the first step.
And that brings us to the most important part of all of this. We've identified the enemy. So now what? How do we work with this thing? How do we turn all that friction into actual fuel? This quote from Carl Jung, it's everything. What you resist persists. The big secret here is that you're not supposed to fight it. Declaring war on your resistance is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It just makes it bigger. The real goal is to stop fighting and start listening. What is this feeling trying to tell you?
So here's a super simple but really powerful way to do that. 3 steps. Step 1, just acknowledge it. No judgment. Just say it out loud. Okay, I'm feeling resistance right now. I'm scared, and that's okay. Step 2, reframe it. See that anxious energy not as a big red stop sign, but as a compass. It's pointing exactly where you need to go to grow. And step 3, this is the magic bullet. Start tiny. Make the first step so ridiculously small that it's impossible to fail. Don't think, "I have to write a book." Think, "I'm just going to open a new document." That's it. That little step is too small for your brain's alarm system to even notice.
I love this way of thinking about it. It's not a wall, it's a weight. Like you're in the gym. The resistance is what's actually making you stronger. That feeling of discomfort isn't a signal to quit. It's the feeling of your muscles growing. It's proof that you're pushing past your old limits.
So really, if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. Resistance isn't a wall, it's a signpost. That feeling isn't something blocking your path, it is the path. It's like a big, flashing neon sign pointing directly to the thing you most need to do next for your own growth.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. Think about that thing right now. You know the one. The project you keep delaying, the conversation you're avoiding, the goal you've been researching forever. That uncomfortable, friction-filled feeling you get when you think about it, that's it. That's your signpost. The only question is, what are you going to do about it?